Hi, good morning. It's Vince here again with another Grow Joe. Now, what seems to be very popular, certainly with the feedback I've had, is growing things from the kitchen. So that's what we're going to concentrate on today. Later on this week we're going to be planting out various things, but today it's kitchen stuff. Now, one thing I picked up this morning, the weekly trip to Morrison's, other supermarkets do sell vegetables as well. This you may have looked at many times. It's not garlic at all, it's ginger. Now ginger is a root of a very interesting tropical plant. Don't get dry ginger, it's got to be fresh ginger. Just get a nice knobbly bit, make sure the end is well calloused. That means it's dry. That means it won't rot. We hope anyway. Nice and easy one this. Just a bit of compost in the pot. Sit it on top and then put some more compost on until you're just below the surface of the compost. So you're still going to see your ginger just a little bit. You can plant it deeper, but I always like this because when you see the first buds comes up, they're I don't know, they're sort of light green, but they look like light green pine cones. They're all very tightly wrapped, and then eventually large leaves come out. And if you're really lucky, an interesting looking, almost pine cone shaped flower. Apart from it's usually white. Now these gingers do differ. They're grown all over the tropics. Each tropical place has its own particular variety. So some will grow really well on a windowsill, others need more heat, and some hardly ever grow at all. Most of them though are fresh. It is a fresh vegetable. Dried ginger does not work at all. Okay, and another thing I picked up which is great for growing, I dare say you may have seen one of these. This is a passion fruit. You only ever use the juice of the passion fruit. The seeds are quite hard and they look a bit like frog spawn. Now, inside each of these gooey, sloppy masses, there's a tiny hard black seed. Now you have to take a few of these frog spawn, squeeze them through a sieve until you've got rid of all the pulpy, gunky stuff, and then take the seeds and plant them as quickly as you can. Keep them very warm. My method from yesterday of growing them in a plastic bag is brilliant for these. They form very rapid climbers, and the climbers have the most interesting flowers you can see. They're absolutely wonderful. And the reason it's called a passion fruit is not for any other reason than there's a story behind the flowers, and it's meant to be Christ's passion with 13 disciples and 3 central stamens, I believe that's right, and they've all got religious significance. But saying that, it's an absolutely wonderful, easy vegetable to grow, not very expensive, and you can make a nice juice out of it which you can either drink or you can flavour ice cream with. One that's an old favourite is this. This is an avocado pear, and I recently realised they're on offer, which is quite fun. You need to get somebody with a sharp knife to cut all around the fruit, and then you twist the fruit like that, and so the stone comes out reasonably clean. Don't chop any of this stuff off the stone because you'll end up scratching the stone, and that creates a path for infections to get into this enormous seed. Now this one will take you a little bit of time because once you clean the seed up, don't do the old trick of poking cocktail sticks in it and things like that. Just sit it on some nice compost and water it well. Keep it in a very warm place. These are tropical trees. Saying that, I make wonderfully exotic house plants. And who knows, one day you may have a house big enough to grow a wonderful exotic looking avocado pear. But to be honest, they take many years to get to fruit in size. So we'll leave that. I told you all about doing pineapples yesterday, which is a nice easy one. Give me some feedback. Tell me what you've been trying. There's lots of really good ones. Coriander's really good if you can get some fresh seeds of it. Whole coriander seeds. Some I've tried before. I think it's star anise. Not an easy one, but apparently it's possible. Nutmegs I have never succeeded with. A whole nutmeg I think is cooked before it comes in the country. But you can give it a try. Who knows, you might get some special ones. Don't forget all the apple seeds. Kiwis, a really good one. When you open up a kiwi, again use a sieve, take some of the pulp off and just leave yourself with the dried seeds. The reason for doing that is anything sweet and sticky around the seeds will make the seeds go mouldy, and then when the plant does start to grow, it's already got a massive infection around it and it may not succeed. So clean the seeds up first. And by the way, in nature, these things are designed to be eaten, and that's how the plant expects them clean. Once they've passed through an animal, they're perfectly clean to grow. Got rid of all the sloppy stuff and added a load of fertiliser at the same time. Anyway, short grow Joe today. Thought you might enjoy it. A longer one this week. So it's Vince here. Stay safe and keep gardening. Goodbye.